Hey everybody, it's Alan Brochstein, and I'm coming to you live from Houston, Texas, where it's very hot, like everywhere it seems. Um, and I'm here today to talk about the cannabis market, which I cover both at 420 Investor, which is a subscription service that helps people pick good stocks and avoid bad stocks, and New Cannabis Ventures, which is free to the public for news. And there wasn't a lot of news this week in the cannabis sector. Um, I did write one article. It's still not time to buy Green Thumb Industries. And I understand people like Green Thumb Industries, and I'm not disagreeing that it's not a good one. But I don't think this is the time to buy. It did drop a whole penny on the week, but it was down a lot. It made a new 52-week low. And I continue, you can read the article at Seeking Alpha, I continue to feel very strongly that GTI could be at risk in the near term. There wasn't a lot of news from the 27 companies that I follow closely, my focus list. One was Canopy Growth. They launched Wana Edibles in Canada. Two was SHF Holdings, or Safe Harbor. They expanded their lending activity to a leading unnamed MSO with a kind of a small deal. And then finally, the big news of the week was Tilray, and they beat the estimates for both profitability and for revenue, and it was a strong quarter for just their cannabis business, which is the minority, but their whole business beat the estimates, but they gave a weaker than expected, I should say, outlook for their adjusted EBITDA in fiscal 24, which ends May 31st. The market this week was very strong, and that's in contrast to this year, but it's consistent with the month. We're having a good July. If you recall, last year we would have some good months, and then we would tank again. And I'm not predicting that we're going to tank again. I'm not betting on it. I'm not paid for that. No. But I do think it could tank again, especially if the overall market is weak. So I am watching. I think cannabis stocks are very cheap, and I am watching for signs that someone is buying them. I'm not really seeing very much of that right now. So this week, the cannabis market was up 3.1%. The S&P 500 was up 1%. That's 3 times as good. For the month, we are up 8, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, we are up 8.1%, and the S&P is up only 2.9%, so almost as good of a month to date as we had week. Our week was almost 3 times as higher, a little bit less for the month to date. Unfortunately, year to date, very different. The cannabis market, as measured by the Global Cannabis Stock Index, is down 16.5%, while the S&P 500 is up 19.3%. Moving down my model portfolios, I'm not going to spend a lot of time today. They were not as good as the index this week. I want to check for one. Yeah, neither of them was. And you can read in the piece that is linked in the summary of this video if you want more details. I do list all the trades that I did during the week, including a new purchase in Beat the Global Cannabis Stock Index. I'm not used to being behind the index. I don't expect that will always be the case, but that's where it is. I end these conversations with an outlook for the calendar next week, and Wednesday's a big day. MariMed, Scott's Miracle Grow, and Turning Point Brands all host calls that morning to discuss their quarterly results, financial results. And on Thursday, IIPR hosts a call at 1 Eastern Time. If you go to the piece that this discussion is based upon, there is also some information about new Cannabis Ventures publications this week. If you signed up for the list, you wouldn't even have to bother. You will get an update and an article from me tomorrow. All right, have a good week, everybody. Take care.